Okay, welcome back. It is Goblin Gang here with another episode of my Fantasy Football Laces Out League. I think last time you guys checked, I had Ricky Persson, I replaced him, and I put in Marcus Mariota, dropping Trevor Lawrence. He had a good week, 20 points, 20.28. Treasury did not perform, but Ricky Persson did, but it didn't matter because we end up winning by 17 points. Still one of the lowest scoring performances of the week. I'm currently last place in scoring this year. At the end of week 2, there was 2 people, 0-2, me and Brody, and both of us got a win this last week. He was last in scoring. He passed me. So I'm now last in scoring, which means I'm now last place in the league. We're to look at league standings. My dad, actually, with a win, took first place in points overall, which is really good. It's really close everywhere else. The bottom 7 teams, I believe, are tied at 1 and 2. So, yeah, I'm one of those people. And I have a really tough matchup against Teal Rubin, who is 1 point behind my dad in points, most points scored this year so far, I believe at 350. I've actually had the third least amount of points scored against me. Teal Mel has had the least amount of points scored against him, and he's had the third most points scored for him, so he's the 1 seed with most wins. Only person left undefeated. Yeah. So, Najee Harris actually looked like he was poised for taking the starting role from Omarion Hampton, and then he tears his Achilles out for the year. So, yeah, he's gone. Pacheco looked like he had a solid week. I felt like 10 carries, 45 yards. It doesn't look like it's going to get a whole lot better, so his projection's dropping. Jerry Jeudy's still struggling a bit. But I still like Ryan Robinson Jr. and Ricky Persson, which I actually have starting in over Jerry Jeudy despite having a favorable matchup, which I might consider, but I don't want to risk it right now. Hilton Jr. are also considering over Atlanta, who's allowed the least amount of points to tight ends this year so far. So I might put in. I do like that. If Jaden Daniels gets back, I might do Zach Ertz anyway. If not, I'm gonna probably put Harold Van Jr. in. Jeremy Nichols, I picked him up last week. I think you guys might have saw that. Had like 73 yards rushing, 78 yards rushing, 4 carries, and a touchdown. Had a huge 60-yard touchdown. So that's that. There's a couple players I want to pick up. So Jackson Dart is taking the starting role. He's not projected a lot of points. But if we were to look at free agency here, this is the waiver wire. Let's go look at let's just look at on my watch list, right? On watch list. Okay, these are my guys on my watch list. Let's go by projection. Jackson Dart is here. I had a couple QBs. Drake Browning is not the guy. He has way too many turnovers. Kamani Fairbairn already has Schrader. Good kicker. Juju Smith-Schuster, I think, is a solid wide receiver, but I think once they get Rashee Rice back, he's going to drop, so his stock is not stable, especially with Worthy coming back as well. Tyquan Thornton, though, I might want to pick up. I might just add him tomorrow when I consider who to get. He's having a really good year so far. 21st in wide receivers in scoring this year so far. 9 receptions, 171 yards. Only 18 targets. I mean, that's pretty good. It's over 5 targets a game. 6 targets a game, actually, to be exact. 9 last game, 9 in the first 2 games. He's getting a lot of usage. I think he's still going to look really good, because I think even though they have Worthy back, he reminds me a lot of a Justin Watson type role where they're going to throw over the top. And they're doing that pretty consistently. And with Worthy back and they get Rashee Rice back, it's going to open up him more, because right now he looks like the wide receiver 1 threat. Because Hollywood Brown's more of a short gain wide receiver right now, and the Juju Smith-Schuster, so a physical short gain wide receiver. So they have a couple of those guys. So Tyquan Thornton's just a deep ball receiver right now, which I think will remain that way all season. And he's had a couple good catches. Some of them he hasn't been able to bring down, but it's been close. Tight end wise, I was thinking about picking up Okonkwo. I already have a couple tight ends, but I think picking one up now without an extra slot open, I might think about picking him up. And I want to get Taysom Hill. That's the 2 guys. I want to get Taysom Hill this week because next week he's coming off injury, and that's going to provide great trade value. So I think actually I'm not going to pick up Okonkwo. I'm going to pick up Taysom Hill, which would be huge. because he's gonna. I think he's gonna be very solid on this team. Not this week because he's gonna be hurt, but the following week. Jalen Rose, did he even play this week? I don't even know. Because I haven't seen anything about... I don't even think he played. Yeah, it doesn't look like he played. It said that he was healthy, but he still had... I don't think he played. Okay, and now let's just look at all based on projection. Okay, so these are QB options looking at that. Geno Smith was one I was thinking about, but look at this. Terrible week. Week 2 against the Chargers, 3.2 points. Other 2 weeks are good, but this performance, 3 picks, is not very promising. He also is 4-4. Any other QB? Trevor Lawrence, Bryce Young, Michael Penix, I don't trust. Rick Browning, I don't trust. Spencer Rattler, though. Spencer Rattler. This could be a pickup. 15 points per game average. Not necessarily great, but if we're to look at his game by game, 11 and 11, that's a low. But some of these guys have terrible games. Like Jackson Dart could not have a good game. I think I might risk it this week because I'm playing a really tough matchup and I need him to do good. Trey Tucker, I think, has a lot of value right now. I don't think it's going to last because he just had a ridiculous amount of targets this last week. 9. He had 8 the week before, but 9 targets. He ended up getting 3 touchdowns. Like, that's not going to happen again, but his value is way inflated right now. The trade I made, the only thing that's looking crazy is that Ramondre Stevenson and Antonio Gibson are falling off their charts. So Trevion Henderson, who literally just lost his backup role, is now the #1 running back this next week. So that was odd. I thought I got good trade value from him, and now he's taking the starting role. Sucks. Cam Scatterbo, I'm really upset about because he had a blow-up week. I could have made the trade for that, but I kind of felt like I was going to go scam there. Because I was getting Deontay Thornton Jr., which I liked. Deontay Thornton, I liked that, but Cam Scatterbo was the main piece there, and I'd be fine giving up Rashid Shaheed and Trevion Henderson for that. And I'm probably not going to get Cam Scatterbo back all year, and it sucks that I dropped him after week 1, thinking I could pick him up next week. He scores a touchdown. He's not even a starting running back, and then this week, and he had a good week last week, yeah, but the injuries to the running back room really are putting Cam Scatterbo, because he had a good performance, but to start the game off, I think Tyrone Tracy had like 8 consecutive carries on that first drive. Cam Scatterbo didn't even see the ball once. And then he gets hurt in that first quarter, I believe, end of that first quarter. And Cam Scatterbo gets like 10 carries. And he had 60 yards, which is really good against what I think is a tough Chiefs run defense. They haven't really done a whole lot this year, proving that, but yeah. So pickups. That's this game. Let's go back to my team real quick. Okay, so these are all locks, I think. Nick Chubb I don't think he's going to get 12 points. If he gets a touchdown, that'd be huge. I hope he has a good week. So right now what's killing me my score is Marcus Mariota, which I still think I can get. The only problem is Jackson Dart. I don't want to drop him and then risk losing Marcus Mariota if Jaden Daniels doesn't start. But Marcus Mariota, I would go back-to-back. I'd pick him up again this week. If Marcus Mariota is starting, I'm not playing Zach Ertz. But, okay, Brian Robinson Jr., Isaiah Pacheco, I like at running back. Jeremy Nichols is the only question mark here. I like him. I like Tajari Spears. Wide receiver room, I have a couple wide receivers, so I'm going to get... Wide receiver room looks kind of weak. Dang. Okay. Matthew Golden had a good week, too, after I traded him, which kind of stinks a bit. Because that's why I would have traded Rashid Shaheed and Trevion Henderson. But I would have done that trade easy. I was thinking about it easy. And then Nolan gives me a trade, and I'm fine with Ricky Purcell because I want that wide receiver. And I still have Nick Chubb at least. Hopefully Nick Chubb steps up a bit. He's definitely the #1 back, but hasn't really done a whole lot. Okay. Yeah, let's go to watch list. And let's go to projection. And we're going to pick up Taysom Hill. That's what I want to pick up. I think I get him easy. There's no way. I'm also #1 in the tiebreaker now for the first time. So let's just add him. I don't have to drop anyone because I have a free slot open with my IR slot, and I just dropped Najee Harris. Too bad, because Najee Harris was a key piece. I literally go, he's going to be the starter for this team. Ryan Hampton, after week 1 against the Chiefs, I go, Najee Harris is going to take that starting role. And week 2 he didn't really show up, but week 3 he definitely had more volume going into that. gets hurt. Omarion Hampton blows up. Stinks. Yeah. Let's go back to the watch list real quick. Oh, we went at QB. Do we pick up Jackson Dart right now? I think we do. If someone picks him up, someone picks him up. But that's Tyquan Thornton. I'm gonna leave Marcus Mariota because someone gonna pick up Tyquan Thornton. Oh, jeez. I don't think anyone's gonna pick up Taysom Hill. Actually, I could probably drop Taysom Hill, pick up Tyquan Thornton, and then get Jackson Dart. Let's do that instead. Jeez. Okay. So let's just add him. Tyquan Thornton. And I could not get them. I'll put Taysom Hill on the reserve. Just to pick him up, But I want to be careful, because once I pick him up, people are going to be a little concerned. I had Taysom Hill my first drafts in the league. I saw him being quarterback. I go, he's going to be the quarterback for this team. Drew Brees gets hurt. He scores like 24 fantasy points a week. And I literally crushed the league because they had him at QB and tight end listed. So I just put him in my tight end slot. I had 2 quarterbacks. I just crushed it. And then the other position we want to get is Jackson Dart. I don't think I have to make a whole lot going on. Marcus Mariota probably might. I just don't want to lose Marcus Mariota, but I think I can get him back. A lot of people have 2 or 3 QBs. I think I'm the only person to only have 1 QB on my roster. Alright, and then Taysom Hill, we're going to remove that pending move. And then we're going to add him back. Because I believe he's going to replace Tyquan Thornton now. Someone could just put $1 on Tyquan Thornton, but I don't think his projection's high enough, especially with Xavier Worthy coming back. I want Tyquan Thornton on my roster, though. That's one thing I know. And I might drop Jeremy Nichols. Who's the dude? Taysom Hill. Looks like a claim. And that's my backup pick. So that's what I'm going to do this week. This is my roster going to next week, right? So last week, let's go check week 3. Week 3. And then this week, week 4. Just putting in Mickey Purcell, pretty much. He's still the lead guy, and with more, they have another injury. So Brock Purdy out for a while. Juwan Jennings out for a while. Brandon Ayuk out for a while. George Kittle out for a while. Nick Bosa now out for a while. I believe there's other defensive pieces, but some of their highest paid guys there. I mean, Brandon Ayuk, Nick Bosa, George Kittle, Brock Purdy. I mean, they have like their 4 highest paid players are out for extended periods of time. That's just hurting them so badly, and the Niners, I think, are 3-0. What the heck? Jeez. This matchup, we can take a look at the matchup. It says he has an advantage in the QB position. That's because I'm projected 0. But I'm beating him in the running back positions, which is nice. Kyren Williams is in pretty good. Travis Etienne Jr. looks like he's dropping. His stock's dropping a bit with Bashal Tutton rising, which my dad dropped, which stinks. Defense had the advantage with Packers. Hopefully they do good. I'm surprised his kicker, Prater, is predicted more over me, but I guess it's a sucky Saints team. And then, but Spencer Schrader's been really good. 14.3 average points. Great. Did miss a field goal last week, which kind of stinks, but it's all good. I have a lot of actually really good positionings, but look at this. 2 like top 12 running backs, a couple top 15 wide receivers. Jacoby Myers has still been pretty good too. Brock Bowers, I'm surprised, has been as good as he has with injury. But yeah, I like my team really good right now. Only question is like the QB position and a second running back, because Kyren Williams, for an early pick, kind of has not proven it, but it's all good. Okay, let's take a look at my dad's matchup against Austin. I want Austin to get beat up, just kicked in the face. I do not care. My dad, I think Tetro McMillan is yet to score a touchdown. Khalil Shakir is risky, but my dad's putting faith in him this week. Josh Allen's gonna blow up, crazy, and so is Bijan. Kenneth Walker, I think, will score a touchdown again this week. So he's looking pretty good. I think he's going to overscore again for the third straight or fourth straight week. I think he's going to score. I want to say he's going to score probably 118. Austin, Derrick Henry could blow up again. He could easily score 118 as well. I think Chiefs defense actually might be under. Tyler Loop, I don't know if he'll get 8. He's averaging 9 right now, but I guess with field goals, Chiefs defense, we want to get a couple stops maybe. But yeah. End of season projections right now. I'm dead last still. I have yet to be at a dead last all year, and that stinks. That's all I'm gonna say. That's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I think there's some trade interest I have, but not a lot of people are interested in trading with me. But I feel like without those rookies, my depth looks a lot weaker. I still have one rookie on my bench. Ja'Marr Chase is going to step up huge, I think. I think even with Tony Pollard, I think he's going to be pretty good when he gets back. He's actually going to get off injury right around, they're projecting next week, which is right around Taysom Hill, which is perfect. I think that's perfect time. And Spears might be out a little longer because he's on IR. Taysom Hill might not come back at all, which would stink because in order for me to have a chance to avoid the toilet bowl even, I think I need Taysom Hill. My tight ends have been really good so far, but I think that little extra push would be perfect for me. That's going to be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video probably before Thursday Night Football, maybe on Thursday Night Football. I have not done my school league recap yet, but we'll get to that soon. Score calculating takes a little while, and I've been a little busy the last couple days trying to record videos and with some school sign-in issues for college registration. So, thank you so much. I'll see you next time.